Hey Talking fam, and welcome to another Talking Sports video. And today we're taking a look at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. So this is one of the biggest tournaments of the year in golf, and I cannot wait for the final round. This is going to be really big, and can't wait to see the players like Jon Rahm, Rory McIlroy, and Mats Homa tee off against each other. See how that fares out. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so to start off, let's take a look at the predictions, the expert picks, and the odds. So, the World Class steps foot onto Bay Hill Club and Lodge for the 2023 Arnold Palmer. Not since the 2022 Open at St. Andrews has such a collection of names compiled together as 44 of the top 50 players in the official World Golf Rankings will be participating in the first designated event on the East Coast. Road number 1, Jon Rahm headlines the action, seeking his fourth victory of 2023, raising the trophy in 5 of his last 9 road ride starts. He will attempt to keep it up with his winning ways in only his second career start at the Arnold Palmer. Cantlay, Thomas, and Schauffele are all among the game's elite to make a rare showing, with only 2 appearances between them. Trio of Americans will try to mirror the success of their President's Cup and Ryder Cup teammate Scottie Scheffler. The event information, it will be held from this Thursday through Sunday at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lounge in Orlando, Florida. The par is 72, with the yardage being 7,466, and the purse at $20 million. The odds now. We have Jon Rahm at 6-1 odds, Rory McIlroy at 17-2 odds, Scottie Scheffler at 9-1, Mats Homa at 16-1, Viktor Hovland at 18-1, Will Zalatoris at 18-1, while Colin Morikawa at 20-1, Justin Thomas at 20-1, Tony Finau at 22-1, Xander Schauffele at 22-1, and Patrick Cantlay at 22-1. The expert picks, they picked the winner to be Will Zalatoris. The Wake Forest product rode a sizzling final round 64 at Riviera in his first top 5 finish, since returning from a back injury. Over the last 12 months, he ranks 4th in stroke gain and approach shots from 150 to 200 yards and 6th from 200-plus yards. He has also quietly figured out the flat stick as he comes in 25th in this field in stroke gain putting since at the beginning of the new year. The contender is going to be Cameron Young. There have been hints of a sophomore slump for the reigning PGA Tour Rookie of the Year, but he looks to have found something in Riviera, capturing a tie for 20th result. He is elite off-the-tee presence, and sturdy iron play was on full display. His short game has regressed, mainly the putter, but let's not forget about the pair of podium finishes he possesses in his last 10 worldwide starts. He finished tied for 13th in his Arnold Palmer Invitational debut a season ago and should go from it. The sleeper will be rookie Fowler. He checks in behind only Schauffele, Tom Hoge, and Rahm in stroke gain approach since the start of 2023. During this span, he has contended at the Farmers Insurance Open and the Waste Management Phoenix Open. He now shifts his focus to Bay Hill, where he's 10 for 11, making it through to the weekend. His chances will win to come down to the putter, which has been hit or miss of late. That is that part of this preview. Moving on to the power rankings. The top 15 of this tournament will be Tommy Fleetwood at number 15. The loyalty to the tournament and positive experience in it, beginning with his debut here in 2017. He is 5 for 6 with a tie for 3rd in 2019 among 3 top 10s. He placed tied for 20th last year. The game has been sharp enough to warrant an extension of the success. At number 14, we have Chris Perk. His Sunday was stressful at the PGA National, but he was built for it. He already connected 33 third-place finishes earlier this year. His team will travel to Bay Hill, where he's delivered 6 top 20s, tied for 8th, and tied for 5th in his last 2 tournaments here. At number 13, we have Matt Fitzpatrick. He captained to finding more distance off the tee. Only recently he's been able to capitalize on all parts of the game over the years here, so he's projected to get off the recent schneed. His runner-up in 2019 sparked an active streak of 4 top 10s. At number 12, we have Xander Schauffele. just his second appearance, tied for 24th in 2020, but he's been a mainstay in the top 15 in the high percentages of his commitments. That balance in the short and long term enhances his threat on a course where his teeted green precision should do damage. At number 11, we have Keegan Bradley. He has performed closest to his skill set. He's thrived for hitting it long and straight. It's manifested through his time at Bay Hill, too. Since 2013, he's 10 for 10 with a tie for 10th and a tie for 11th at the last two editions. Runner-up at Torrey Pines a month ago. At number 10, we have Keith Mitchell. He leads PGA Tour in total driving and slots 18th in shooting greens tee to green. Also 33rd in converting GIR into par breakers and tied for 20th in par 5 scoring. Two top 10s at Bay Hill and two top 5s this month. At number 9, we have Victor Hovland, perfect in 4 trips, but didn't record a noisemaker until last year's tie for second. His scoring average in the first 2 rounds of the event is more than 4 strokes lower than the first 2 rounds. So he's felt the value of actual score relative to the field and course difficulty. At number 8, we have Will Zalatoris. Despite the poor air at Riviera, his back withstood the challenge and he placed 4th. At number 7, we have Colin Morikawa. What happened at TPC Scottsdale likely will be a blip. Just about all stumbles are for him, and Bay Hill presents yet another stage for him to do his thing from tee to green. Led the field in par 5 scoring at Riviera and sits tied for 9th on tour this season. At number 6, we have Jason Day. It is to say that the 35-year-old Aussie is in the midst of his career second win at a time when most are in their prime. In his last 9 starts, he's risen for 4 top 10s, including in each of his last 3 starts and another 4 top 25s. He was the winner here in 2016. Next up at number 5, we have Tyrell Hatton. He's done it all here, including standing atop the podium in 2020. What he hasn't done is miss a cut in 6 tries. The record includes a tie for 4th in his debut in 2017 in a one-shot loss last year. 15 straight cuts made road-wide upon arrival with two top 10s so far this year. At number 4, we have Rory McIlroy. Still in search of his shooting in the U.S. in 2023. After opening the year with a victory in Dubai, he's been shut out of the top 25 in the last 2 designated events. That drought likely ends in Bay Hill, where he's 8 for 8 with a win among his 7 top 15 finishes. At number 3, we have Max Homa. If he closes his eyes, he can pretend like he's in California. The way he's going, every state is golden, including his state of mind. In 3 trips to Bay Hill, he's finished tied for 24th in 2020, tied for 10th in 2021, and tied for 17th last year. So he's tilted the balance of success here, too. At number 2, we have Jon Rahm. All he does is win. With 5 wins in the last 5 months, he fits nicely atop the official World Golf ranking, but he's also leading the tour in an array of statistical measurements that he support everything you need to know about him. He tied for 17th in his Bay Hill debut last year. At number 1, we have Scottie Scheffler. He's 1 for 1 and successfully defending a title on the PGA Tour. There's no reason to doubt that he can't do it again right now. He's essentially in the same kind of groove and following the same schedule that he was in advance of last year's win here. The Patrick Cantlay, Justin Thomas, Sam Burns, Jordan Spieth, and Hideki Matsuyama will be among the notables considered. This is the 4th designated event of the season of the 23-player Impact Program winners. The only not to commit is Tiger Woods. Of course, he remains indefinitely beholden to when his extended recovery will allow him to play in accordance with a chosen schedule. Still, given his track record at Bay Hill and does of phenomenal form a fortnight ago at Riviera, you will excuse any competitor for not missing him on the leaderboard this week. It guarantees that someone else will be holding the trophy. Sure, it's been 10 years since Woods' last won at Bay Hill, but he collected 8 victories here across 14 editions, including the last 2 of 3 consecutive when the course routed as a par 70 through 2009. It doesn't matter to him that there were 2 fewer par 5s at the time, but that's been a cornerstone weapon for the 82-time PGA Tour winner. So yeah, that is the Arnold Palmer Invitational power ranking. Moving on to the leaderboard. Alright, so it will be in Central Time here. So finishing that off, this will be the last part of the video, I promise. The tea time for 6 o'clock is Talon Taran, Justin Lauer, Tyson Alexander. At 6:05 a.m. we have Sam Ryder, Adam Shank, and Minwoo Lee. At 6:11 we have Patton Desire, Joseph Bramlett, and S.H. Kim. At 6:16 we have Bian Hanan, and Alice Norn, and Sahih Figal. At 6:22 a.m. Andrew Putnam, Wyndham Clark, Lee Hodges. At 6:27 Taylor Moore, Alex Smalley, and Thomas Dietrich. At 6:33 K.H. Lee, Stuart Sink, and Aaron Wise. At 6:38 Stoddy Scheffler, Matt Fitzpatrick, Justin Thomas. At 6:44 Siwoo Kim, Ryan Brim, and Cam Davis. At 6:49 we have Chris Perk, Sam Burns, and Jordan Spieth. At 6:55 Tom Hoagie, Harris English, and Zach Johnson. At 7 o'clock Will Zalatoris, Victor Hovland, and Jason Day. At 7:06 Adam Svensson, Luke List, and Nick Taylor. At 7:11 Seamus Power, Sanjay M, and Cameron Young. At 7:17 Russell Henley, Lucas Herbert, and Luke Donald. At 7:22 Trey Molinas, JJ Spown, and Lucas Lover. At 7:28 Christian Wizenhout, and Ryan Fox. At 7:33 Aaron Badley, Scott Stallings, and David Lipsky. At 7:39 Justin Suh, Cole Hammer, and Red Koch. At 7:44 Aaron Wright, Tristan Lawrence, and Pearson Cootie. At 10:50 Brian Harmon, David Lingmerth, and Davis Thompson. At 10:55 Troy Merritt, Davis Riley, and Taylor Montgomery. At 11:01 we have Keith Mitchell, Patrick Rogers, and Hayden Buckley. At 11:06 Danny Willett, Padraig Harrington, and Ben Taylor. At 11:12 we have Taylor Pendrith, Grayson Sigg, and Ben Griffin. At 11:17 a.m. Matthew Neesmith, Robbie Shelton, and Will Gordon. At 11:23 Sepp Straka, Kevin Kisner, and Webb Simpson. At 11:28 John Rahm, Xander Schauffele, and Colin Morikawa. At 11:34 Tony Finau, Mackenzie Hughes, and Ches Reavie. At 11:39 Justin Rose, Patrick Cantlay, and Ricky Fowler. At 11:45 you have Derek Higgo, Joel Damon, and Shane Lowry. At 11:50 Matt Homa, Rory McIlroy, and Tyrell Hatton. At 11:56 Bailey Horschel, Martin Laird, and Brendan Todd. At 12:01 you have Tom Kim, Hideki Matsuyama, and Adam Scott. At 12:07 you have Corey Connors, Adam Hadwin, Tommy Fleetwood. At 12:12 you have Keegan Bradley, Kerry Woodland, and Francisco Molinari. At 12:18 you have Charlie Hoffman, Emiliano Grillo, and Kurt Kitayama. At 12:23 you have Peter Monati, Kevin Streelman, and Val Hostler. At 12:29 you have Nick Hardy, Kyle Westmoreland, and Kamalu Johnson. In the final tee time of the day, 12:34 you have Eric Cole, Adrian Moronk, and Lovedid Adberg. That is the tee times for round 1. And please like and subscribe to the video, please. I really appreciate it. And see you guys in the next one. Peace.